While it is acceptable to wait for a good reason, it is irritating to wait unnecessarily. Welcome to our next episode. Still on Surah Al-Araf, we're going to verse 8. Sorry, I forgot to mention in the last video that was section 1. And we went up to verse 7. Today, in this episode, we are going to verse 8. We're going to continue with section 1, verse 8. And looks like we'll go to section 2, which we may or may not be able to complete. So, Namshi, let's go to section 8. Verse 8, rather, sorry. Wa al-waznu yoma izin al-haq. Well, simple. Wal waznu yoma izin al-haq. Simple. Let's go to English. The balance that day will be true. The balance that day will be true. Wal waznu yoma izin al-haq. The balance that day will be true, into brackets, to a nicety. فَمَنْ تَقُلَتْ مُوَازِينُهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Those whose scale of goods will be heavy will prosper. What are we seeing here? That day, it's not a matter of I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm that. It's a matter of scales. Put your scale on the right and turn on like we are weighing foodstuff or meat or something. And if your scale is heavy, you are going to prosper. فَمَنْ تَقُلَتْ مُوَازِينُهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Those whose scale of goods, into brackets of good, will be heavy, will prosper. We go to 9. I don't think there's any commentary there. We go to 9. فَمَنْ خَفَّتْ مُوَازِينُهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ خَاسِرُونَ أَنفُسَهُمْ بِمَا كَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يَسْلِمُونَ. بِمَا كَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يَسْلِمُونَ. Those whose scale will be light will find their souls in perdition, for that they wrongfully treated our signs. Bima ayatina yaslimuhun. They wrongly treated our signs. So God is telling us here, I don't think it's a matter of I'm Christian, I'm Jew, I'm a Muslim, I'm this. No. You have the scale of good works. Your good works, salihina, muflihuna, muhsinina, mu'minun. Those are those things that God will measure that day, will take into consideration. Those who do good, those muflihina, mu'minun, those who believe really, muhsinina, those who do righteous thing, and so on and so on. Sadikina, those who are righteous, truthful. These are the things that God will weigh on the scale. Ulaika humul bi ayatina muslimun. Wrongly treated our signs. Okay, let's see. I don't think there's any commentary there either, because we all understand. Okay, we go to 10. Walakat makannakum fil ardi waja'alna lakum fiha ma'aisha qalilan ma tashkurun. Qalilan ma tashkurun. Little do we give thanks. Qalilan ma tashkurun. Little do you give thanks. Okay, it is we who have placed you in authority on earth When he says we, he means God. وَلَقَدْ مَكَنَّاكُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَجَعَلْنَا لَكُمْ فِيهَا مَعِيشَةً وَجَعَلْنَا فِيهَا مَعَائِشَةً. I'm sorry, مَعَائِشَةً فَقَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ. It is we who have placed you with authority on earth. President of America, President of Russia, President of Israel, President of South Africa, President of all the countries in the world. God is saying it is He who placed you in position, who placed you with authority on earth, not authority in heaven. He is the one who placed you placed you with authority on earth and provided you with means for fulfillment of your life. Ma'aisha. وَجَعَلْنَا لَكُمْ فِيهَا, and we provided you on it, on earth. Ma'aisha. Fulfillment, means of fulfillment. فَقَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ. For the fulfillment of your life. Small are the thanks that we give. We give little thanks, small. After when we eat yum yum, you say, oh God, thank you. That's all. We need to do more thanksgiving than that. I know there are countries that do thanksgiving or churches that do thanksgiving. That's okay. But just to eat yum yum and say thank you, that's not enough. That's Kalilan. Pardon me for laughing. Small are we, small are the thanks that we give. Okay, we're going to section 2. We'll finish with section 1 now, and we're going to continue with section 2, like I said at the beginning of the episode. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَاكُمْ ثُمَّ صَوَّرْنَاكُمْ ثُمَّ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ لَمْ يَكُنْ مِنَ السَّاجِدِينَ. لَمْ يَكُنْ مِنَ السَّاجِدِينَ. It is we who created you and gave you shape. Sawarnakum, halaknakum. We created you. Tumma, sawarnakum, and gave you shape. He shaped my head, the head that I'm using and doing that. He shaped it, and your head as well. He shaped the neck to hold the neck, to hold the head, and for the chest to hold it. He lakat halakna tumma sawarnakum tumma kulna lil malaikati. Then we bid the angels. Isjudu li Adama. It's an command. Prostrate to Adam. Isjudu li Adama. Let's hear what the angel will say. Fasajudu illa iblisa. They all prostrated except Iblis. In the Arabic, Iblis means Satan, rebellion or rebel. Lam yakun min al-sajidin. He refused to be of those who prostrated. So, in other words, Iblis was among the angels when God commanded them to prostrate to Adam. Let's hear what he says. Kala, ma manaka, Allah tasjudu ila. Ma manaka, Allah tasjudu is amartuka. God said, what prevented thee from prostrating when I commanded thee? Is amartukum, is amartuka when I commanded you? Is amartuka. What prevented thee from prostrating when I commanded you? Let's hear Satan's answer. Kala, ana khairun minhu. Ana khairun minhu. Satan said, I am better than he. Satan said he's better than Adam. Why should he prostrate to Adam? Sure. Pardon me for giving local expression. Why should I prostrate to Adam? And he continues, me who halaktani min narin wa halaktahu min tini. Look at his argument. Thou didst create me from fire and him from clay. So I, Satan, who you created with fire, I should proceed to Adam, whom you created from clay. How? No good, Bachao. You see the argument of Iblis. But the angels are there supposed to obey God. He pulled himself out. Commentators say he was not actually an angel, but he was among the angels after being captured by the angels to the throne of God. So while he was with them, God ordered them together. Isjudu li Adam fasajudu illa Iblis aba. Prostrate before Adam, and Iblis said no. And that's his argument. From fire and him from clay. Let's go to the commentary. There was a commentary for section 2, verse 11. That is after creation and giving shape. Let's see the commentary. And it is 996 here. Let's see. Did I do that? Is no, I didn't do 995. 995. That was verse 10. 995 verse 10. We who have placed you with authority. Yes, I was talking of the authority and heads of the various countries. That's it, 995 here. That is all the material things which are necessary to sustain, beautify, and refine life. That's ma'aisha, the necessary things of life, ma'aisha, if I'm right. As well as all those powers, faculties, and opportunities which are instrumental in bringing up life to a higher plane and preparing man for his high destiny. God is saying here that it is He who enabled that. Lakat halakna kum, thumma sawarna kum, kulna lil malaikatu. We created you and we fashioned you. Let's see, is that all? And preparing, which are instrumental in bringing up life to a higher plane and preparing man for his high destiny. We go to 996. That the commentary for verse 11. Okay, it was after Adam, into brackets, as standing for all mankind. It was after Adam, as standing for all mankind, had been so taught that angels were asked to prostrate to him. So we think the angels are better than us. No, we are higher than the angels in a way, because God asked them to prostrate to us, our grandfather Adam, that's to mankind. To prostrate to him. For by Allah's grace, his status had actually been raised higher. Yeah. Note the transition from you, plural, in the first clause to Adam in the second clause. It is we, in the first clause, created you and gave you fashion, and gave you shape. Then we bade the angels prostrate to Adam, and they prostrated, not Iblis. He refused to be of those who prostrated. And what is it saying? I say, note the transition from you, who created you, plural, in the first clause, to Adam. Then now he came to Adam instead of you. He came to Adam. It is we who created you. Then when he comes here, I didn't say you prostrate to Adam. So he used use as plural. He created you. You, we, me and you and Adam. Then he came here. He is using Adam to represent all of us. That's what the commentator is saying here. Mm? Uh, uh, in the first clause of Adam, in the second, Adam and mankind are synonymous. Yes, Adam and mankind are synonymous. So if you see mankind, you mean Adam. If you see Adam, you mean mankind. Adam and mankind are synonymous. The plural is reverted to the plural is reverted to in 7:14. We will get there. We will get there. Uh, we go to uh, we go to commentary 997, and it says, Iblis not only refused to bow down, he refused to be of those who prostrated. Hmm? Iblis, that's Satan, not only refused to bow down, he refused to be of those who prostrated. In other words, he arrogantly despised the angels who prostrated, as well as man to whom they prostrated, and he was in rebellion against Allah for not obeying his order. Full stop. Arrogance, jealousy, and rebellion were his triple crime. Arrogance, jealousy, rebellion. We are seeing it today. People are jealous of you in whatever you do. And they try to be arrogant. And they rebel against you, even though you've done nothing. So this is in the commentary here. Arrogance, jealousy, and rebellion were the triple crime of Satan. Were his triple crime. Okay. And we go to the creation, how he was created from fire. Then 998, notice the subtle wiles. Wile is spelled Wiles. The subtle wiles of Iblis. His egotism in putting himself above man, and his falsehood in ignoring the fact that Allah had not merely made man's body from clay, but had given him spiritual form. We are not only made from clay, he has given from clay, he gave us spiritual form. In other words, had taught him the nature of things and raised him above the angels. God didn't teach you, Satan, anything about the world. He taught Adam to name everything in the world. Satan couldn't have done that, nor the angels. So we are getting now into spirituality, spiritual affairs. You see? Okay. Let's go to verse 13. Kala, فاهبط منها فما يكون لك أن تسكبر فيها فاخرج إنك من الظالمين. Then Allah said, get thee down from it. فاهبط منها, get ye down from it. It is not for thee to be arrogant. فما يكن لك أن تسكبر. It is not for thee to be arrogant here. فيها here. فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين. Who's the beast? Here, get out, for thou art the meanest of creatures. So God is telling us here that Satan is the meanest of creatures. He doesn't respect him. He's talking. So Satan is the meanest of creatures, and man is the highest of creatures. Yes, to the extent that he asked the angels to prostrate for him, for man, for Adam. Okay, 14. Uh, okay, let's go to the commentary for that. 999. Uh, the incident marks the externment of Iblis from the garden owing to his rebellious born of arrogance. So Satan, God expelled him from the garden. Get out! Get out of here! Drove him out of the garden. But then Adam and Eve were still there. If I am right, but we'll see. Okay. The incident marks the externment of Iblis from the garden owing to his rebelliousness, born of arrogance. Yes, arrogant people are always rebellious. Their arrogance will not allow them to accept anybody or to come down to anybody. Okay. Uh, where are we? Get ye down, meanest of all creatures. We're going to 14. Kala, Kala, anzurni ila yomel yubathuna, anzurni ila yomel yabuthun. Then Satan said, give me respite till the day they are raised up. So Satan has asked God to give him control over man till man dies and is raised up. This is what this means. Kala anzurni ila yomel yubathun. Until the day they are raised up. Kala, God said, Innaka minal munzarin. God said, be thou among those who have respite. Who can question God? God does what he wants. If Satan, who is so rebellious against you, who rebels against you, asks you for respite to harm your people till the day of resurrection, and you give it. You know what God means by that? He knows his favorites, those mukinina, those who have assured faith, will never be conquered by Satan. So God said, Allah, I'll give you. He knows Satan cannot conquer them, except the mean ones, like me and you. Pardon me. Okay, so Kala, innaka minal munzarin. Be thou among those who have respite. Let's go to the commentary and see what is said there. 1,000. The assault of evil is from all sides. The assault of evil, listen, the assault of evil is from all sides. Up, down, left, right, front, back, all surrounding us from all sides. It takes advantage of every weak point, and sometimes even our good and generous sympathies are used to destroy us into to decoy us into snares of evil. Yeah, sometimes when you're even generous, giving somebody something, Satan is jealous. He will use it against you. That's what I know people have been complaining about it, but it's there in the scriptures to the extent that if you are generous, you can be decoyed. Let me read it again. Uh, for, let me see. Are there others? No. Are there others and the respite? No, let me go to 99. Let me start from 99 again. The incident marks the externment of Iblis from the garden owing to the rebelliousness born of arrogance. Are there others under respite? Yes. Iblis has a large army of wicked seducers and those men who are their dupes. Yes, there are others apart from Satan. Of course, he has his followership. For though degradation takes effect at once its appearance may be long delayed. Okay, okay. Uh, let's go to. I think that's one system we are going. We finish with now. That's Surah verse 15. We are going to verse 16. Kala fabima awaita fabima awaitani la la ak la ak udanna lahum siratal mustaqim. Siratal mustaqim. Satan said, has because thou hast thrown me out of the way, lo, I will lie in wait for them on the straight path. That's it. When you lie like a dog lying in your way, when you are going straight and you are afraid of it. When you get there, what do? You divert. Oh, yes. When you're coming, you see snake there on the way, you have nothing, and you see it. What do? You change your course. That's how Satan is on our way or in our way. Huh? Uh-huh. Kala, fabima awaitani la la uk la ak udanna lahum sirat al mustaqim. He said, because thou hast thrown me out of the way, lo, I will lie in wait for them on the straight path, sirat al mustaqim. Let's go to the commentary. Another instance of Iblis's subtlety and falsehood. Full stop. He waits till he gets the respite. Then he breaks out into a lie, an impertinent defiance. The lie is in suggesting that Allah had thrown him out of the way. In other words, misled him, whereas his own conduct was responsible for his degradation. The defiance in his settling snares on straight way to which God directs men. That's just I've just said. He will come and lie in the way. You know that this is a straight path. Man will follow that straight path. He will lie there and prevent you from doing it. Hmm? Simple. He says somebody who is needy will come to you for help. He will prevent that fellow from getting to you and prevent you from getting to that fellow. Not physically, mentally. Not necessarily physically. You said this book is saying that spiritually. Huh? Quiet your mind. Oh, why should I give money to this fellow who is the enemy of my friend? Why should I give money to this? And then you complain to you as you if you do the nurse, shaking in your chest. Should I not give? Not physically, but spiritually. Mhm. Okay. Let me see. Then breaks out into a lie, an impertinent defiance. The lie is in suggesting that Allah had thrown him out of the way. In other words, misled him, whereas his own conduct was responsible for his degradation. The defiance is in his settling snares on the straight way to which Allah directs him. Let's go to we haven't done 17. Then, let me see. Straight way, yeah. Tumma la antabi'u. Tumma la atibannahum min bayna yadihim wa min alfihim wa an aymanihim wa an shama'ihim wa an shama'ilihim. Then will I assault them from before and behind them, and from their right and their left. Min aymanihim wa min shama'ilihim. From their front, he will assault them from all directions, front and back, above and below, right and left. That's what Satan is saying here. He said it. He told God. And then I will assault them from before them and behind them, from their right and from their left. Nor will thou find in them, nor will thou find in any of them gratitude for their mercies. Yes. So that's what Satan is saying. He used their head. God will do something. You are not grateful. You don't think so of it. Hmm? Little do we give thanks. We eat in the night after hard work and we go to sleep. And that's all. Some snore so loudly. And we don't think of anything else. When we wake up, we are going to urinate and come back and sleep. And nobody says, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Even at the end of the night after the sleep, nobody says it. And so that's why God directs us to pray at certain times. In the morning, Fajr, pray for sleeping well, going to urinate and come back, dreaming well, and whatnot. Pray. We don't do that. Hmm? Okay. Nor will thou find in most of them gratitude for thy mercies. Uh-huh. The assault of evil is from all sides. It takes advantage of every weak point, and sometimes even our good and generous sympathies are used to decoy us into the snares of evil. Man has every reason to be grateful to Allah for all his loving care, and yet man, in his folly, forgets his gratitude and does the very opposite of what he should do. Oh, I've gone so far. Time is going. I think we shall halt here, and uh, when we come back, we'll go to verse 18. So we will stop here. Thank you very much for giving me your time and attention. I think it will benefit you, those who want to benefit from it. Thank you very much. Illa liqa'i. Bye bye. May God be with you, and may you pray for me too.